I always worked in our family businesses. So during the holidays, I was working as whether it's in the stores or cashiering. So in that way, obviously, my father was very particular. He started, what do we call, in terms of making sure that maybe to reflect back, enticing me.
Yeah.
That
it's
exposure is the word.
Yeah.
So holidays, yes, I did just where you call experience, but experience within the businesses. And then in 2000 I finished, I completed. I was planning to stay on at the UK for a few years. Then my father said that why don't you come back and join, so you start getting exposure at an early age.
Interesting. And something that you've mentioned about your dad, I think from what's it called, the family legacy, and I just read through it. Your dad is very interesting. He came from India, and I was just reading through the story. Maybe you could just take through our audience in terms of the journey your dad took in terms of getting into business, and primarily maybe what's your reflection out of your dad's journey.
Yeah, so it's had a very interesting journey. Obviously, my grandfather came in from India via the ship at that time.
Wow, and the ship, it's not a ship as you know it now.
So it was a very, it's an interesting journey. But yeah, my dad was born in Muranga. So
it is your grandfather who came with the ship?
Yeah, my grandfather came.
Which year was that?
1916.
Wow. And the reason he came to Kenya?
Just entrepreneurship. At that time, quite a few, many families, or I would say that generation had something in them of entrepreneurship. Said no, India life was also difficult, but going into a new terrain and trying to do something different. It's the value of an entrepreneurship, right?
Interesting.
And so that made them come into East Africa, Kenya, and obviously my grandfather started businesses. And I know at one time they had a jacket, right? They were sharing among partners.
Wow.
Couldn't afford anything.
So today you're wearing it, tomorrow it's me?
Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah.
And then my dad was born in 1935. So his elder brother, and then there were 5 sisters.
Yeah.
So in Muranga, that's when they started, dairy, petrol station, tried to do many different things. And some businesses worked, some didn't. And then obviously he found, which he called his brother, from the Rugani family. They found Malekna Rugani, who also had a bookshop in Karatina. So they were from Karatina. And the two joined. So the two families joined.
So your dad got to also get into business like your grandfather, and then your dad was also involved into selling books.
Yeah, so eventually they started Vidhu's bookshop. Him and his brother, they started Vidhu's bookshop. And then the counterpart, the other side, the Rugani family, who we are in partners with even up to today, they had Rugani bookshop in Karatina. And then
yours was in Muranga, that was in Karatina, and they didn't know each other.
They didn't know, and then obviously because in the same industry you start meeting, right? And then obviously they said no, let's join hands.
Yeah.
And that's how then the idea of how Textbook Center was born.
Interesting.
And what it was not easy, trust me, because I know the stories, right? At that time, as I said, you're sharing jackets.
Yeah.
You're making 2, 3. I know there's a time when my dad used to make trips from Muranga to Nairobi 3 times driving a truck, just because of supplies and that.
Wow.
Right. So with these
and there's no thicker roads.
Yeah, there's nothing like that.
Yeah.
So many businesses have been tried, different industries have been tried, and then obviously started settling down in the 65s when Textbook Center opened, and then the game started changing.
Interesting. And just maybe knowing the stories, because when Textbook Center was formed and the initial businesses, you're not there, but primarily you had it from your dad. Maybe what reflection do you have of your dad in terms of entrepreneurship, and how did it actually, what lessons did it inculcate to make you who you are today?
Yeah, first of all, positivity. Have a vision. So look forward. Don't forget humbleness, humility. Right? If you see the values which which he tried to pass down. And you know, it's not everything you carry on, is something you try. But to sum it up is in terms of be grateful. You know, you asked me
Yes.
your first question
Yeah.
right, today.
Yeah.
Be grateful. Don't forget why you're here. Things can change in a minute, in 24 hours. But continue having that vision to grow. At the same time, be grounded.